GM, beautiful people. What we got going on today? Hey, I'm working on some cool stuff today. I've been trying to get all of these, some of these plans together that I have for my new series. And one thing that I'm implementing in this art, which I haven't implemented in my artwork for maybe like 4, 5 years or so, is animations. Now, I've done animations with shapes and that kind of stuff in the past, but not with characters. Now, my new series involves these different characters in this universe that I'm building out, and I want to add animations to those characters. Now, as someone who has never been the best at drawing actual characters, figuring out how to do the animations in the way that I would like for them to look more like like the early 90s or late 80s, early 90s or late 80s anime style, trying to get it more like that. Been looking at different ways. There's ways you can do it in Blender. There's different tools, software that you can use on like iPad or desktop computers. So I've been looking at a lot of those, but I'm starting something today. I'm going to be, I need to get some practice because I've never done it. So I'm basically starting from scratch when it comes to animations. I've been building out the story for this series that I'm working on. I'm not sure what I want to turn it into or what it will be when it's done, but I'm just going with the flow right now. Maybe turn it into an actual anime series or something in the future that that'll be on like Netflix or a major streaming platform. Maybe make manga, turn it into a manga. I know that field is very interesting to me. But as far as like building out stories and stuff, I know I can like outlines of stories. I'm really good. I think I'm really good with that. It's just the dialogue in between. Like it's something that and I know some people personally that could probably help me with it. I just gotta see if I can figure out a way to get them on board because the money's not there right now. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. But that's what I got going on today. I still doing some more marketing, reaching out to potential collectors, that kind of stuff. One thing which is, it's really, man, I'm so itchy. It might be the shirt. I don't know. One thing that is weird when it comes to art, at least what I find is weird is, nobody likes for you to quote unquote shill your work, like show it to collectors, say, "Hey, this is what I'm working on." That's like frowned upon. I'm like, okay, if I can't do it that way, how about if I post it on social media, uh, or like social media is like Instagram, or even make reels and shorts with my artwork? Oh no, that's frowned upon. Okay, so how am I supposed to be found? And again, this is coming from I guess I can't really say more of a fine art because I think it's a little bit of both. But I know from the fine art perspective, it's like make your work and then somebody eventually finds you because they don't want you reaching out to them a million times. They want you to have already done exhibitions and solo shows, all that kind of stuff before anyone even knows you somehow. At least that's what I've gotten from people I've talked with over there in the fine art world. So I'm just trying to do different stuff when it comes to marketing. Something that can be more human instead of just sending a million just text messages to people and that kind of stuff. So I'm just trying to figure that part out. And I wish I could remember where I got this from. It might have been a book because I go through like a million books and audio books, especially. I just fly through those things. A strategy. It had to have been one of those marketing books I've listened to recently. Oh well, but a strategy. Especially since I want art to be a full time thing at some point. I'm I have currently the recent collectors of my work. I think there's about 4 people altogether, and 4 people and 5 pieces of art have been sold. And getting to a point where I can get maybe 10 or 20 to start off with, 20 core collectors that love my work and love what I'm building behind the scenes and are willing and able to buy my work each month, maybe, or every other month. Finding that core that I can make art for and build this story for. And then of course that core of people will have some advantages in the future, especially when some of these things are you know turned into major projects that are nationwide or international projects, that kind of stuff. Those core people will get a lot of uh, benefits. I can say that much. So just trying to think a little ahead while also thinking about right now. So being able, and that's another thing that I'm working on today. I'm really just focusing on those 2 things, really. I guess 3 things: reaching out to more potential collectors directly, working on animations today for my new series, and oh man, what was the third one? I was just talking. Man, caffeine. Animation, new series. What was the third one? Oh man, that's annoying. I probably should have drank some caffeine before this video, huh? Oh man, that's gonna annoy me so much. Oh well, okay, let's keep going. Oh man. Um. Oh, finding the core collectors. That's the one. Working on animations. That's 2, and then reaching out to potential collectors. That's 3. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm so glad I remembered because I think that would have drove me insane. Um, but that's a strategy because there's a million different ways to look at it when it comes to supply of art and how much art should you be putting out. What's the price of your art? All that kind of stuff. And if I just believe if you want to make art a living, the price for your work should be higher, and you probably should. Man, I'm not an expert. This is just coming from. This is all just me. My current, again, this is subject to change. My current philosophy is find that core group of collectors that love your work, love your story. You keep them in the loop of everything that you're working on. Um, Selling the work for a decent price, and again, that's um, is the word subjective, objective? I can't. My mind. I need caffeine. But whichever one, subjective or objective, I can't think of it right now. Is I I believe maybe the price may be around like starting around 150 to 250 or something like that, or more. But I mean, if you have great work, I believe it'll you can fetch more of a premium. I love the art that I create. No, I love it. And it's finding those 10, like I said, those 10 or 20 other people that love the work as much as I do. So that's the current strategy. And what else we got going? Read some more books. It's a book that I heard of on a podcast I was listening to. Um, the oh man, what's it called? The Art of Everything or something like that. I wish it was on audio. I couldn't find the audio version because I have a subscription to Audible, so I'm able to get like multiple free books every month, and yeah, I can't find that one, so I actually have to get the physical copy, which I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do it. Maybe. um, I really like some of the concepts I've been coming up with recently. Um, a, a lot of my backgrounds recently been yellow and red, and again, trying to build out these 4 main characters in this series that I'm working on. I still don't have a name for it yet, but I will probably this evening for sure. Just want to run it by a few people, especially because I consider myself more of a, and again, this is inspired by animes that I love growing up. Now, I consider myself more of a casual anime fan where, I love the storylines and certain things, but then I don't, a lot of times, even though I've watched an anime series probably like a million times, I'll forget a lot of the characters' names, which, can be frowned upon in some anime circles, which is weird. I just don't remember them. I mean, I've watched the series. Yeah, I've watched Hunter x Hunter. I've watched it through and through like maybe 20 times. Yeah, I've watched Cowboy Bebop series like 100 times. Yes, I've watched. Uh, I mean, just all these different, especially some of the popular ones. I can't remember all the characters all the time. Hey man, that might just be a thing with me, but hey man, what? How am I offending you just because I can't remember a character from time to time or their name, specific name? But that's neither here nor there. um, focus. Focus is something that I've really been trying to focus on. Focus is something I've really been trying to focus on. That sounds funny. There's a book, the one thing that I've been going through. I still haven't finished it yet. I haven't finished today, I'm sure. But it makes a lot of great points about just narrowing the focus some. Because I'm trying to do like too much at once, man. And when you have too much you're trying to do at one time, everything sucks. So I've narrowed it down to 3 things that I'm working on, which is getting this series worked on and finished, daily daily art practice, and research, and marketing strategies. Figuring out that marketing. If I want to be a full-time artist and make this a living, I have to be seen by people. And figuring out better ways to get in front of people is very important. So those are the 3 things that I'm working on as far as getting to where I want to be art wise, because I was trying to work on a million different things, and I need to take a survey of some people too, especially my collectors. I want to see if it's you know what? I know I did talk to one of my collectors about it, about possibly selling some of my work as as prints or stickers, that kind of stuff. And they brought up Pudgy Penguins, which is an NFT project on the Ethereum blockchain. And I've heard of Pudgies before, of course. Especially in the last cycle. It was one of the ones that a lot of people were talking about, but I didn't really know what they were building after the new guy took over and bought the company. Oh man, what's his name? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure you can find it if you look it up. Pudgy Penguins CEO or Pudgy Penguins owner. He is doing a licensing strategy, which is extremely interesting after I look more into it, where like if you own this NFT and then he licensed, if you it's like a website or somewhere, you got to go fill it out, and you can fill out the proper documents and that kind of stuff, to where the NFT that you own, if they take it and license it to Walmart or another retailer, then you get a percentage. I believe it's like, what did, oh man, I don't want to say the wrong one, but it's it's a nice percentage, especially to not do anything or do any logistics, anything. So, and that's something that's really interesting. And, especially for my early collectors, the people who really believed in me the most, I want to give back to them in a big way over time, over this career that I'm building. So, yeah. All right, I've been talking a lot. I know a lot of people probably didn't make it to the end, but if you did, thank you so much. Again, this is just my unscripted thoughts, getting them out to you. And, before I start rambling some more, thank you again. Till next time. Peace.